Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to part 2 of our draft. And this is Smackdown Live. As with the part on Raw, the order in which the superstars are drafted is not the order in which you see them tonight, and there are still some big names to be drafted, so let's hop right into this with SmackDown's first pick of the night. And it is the underdog from the underground, re-signed to SmackDown after losing his job in a match in Wrestlemania, and you can be sure that he's going to want to re-establish himself after that big loss. But it's a different WWE, it's a different SmackDown that he's a part of.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, Sami.
This is a different SmackDown. Raw, of course, General Manager Chris Jericho. We will see tonight who our SmackDown General Manager will be, and obviously they've got some plans for Sami Zayn. Like I said, we don't know the order that these superstars were chosen by our General Managers. We just know that they were chosen by SmackDown. Sami Zayn is chosen by SmackDown. So maybe there's some big plans for Sami Zayn. And why wouldn't there be incredible performer in his own right? Possibly a bit underutilized, and we're going to see if he can be utilized properly on SmackDown Live. But Raw is going to fire back with a choice of their own. Who's Raw picking up? What a pick. Coming from NXT, another NXT call-up. We've seen a couple. Drew McIntyre, absolutely devastating individual from NXT. We're going to see what he's going to do on Monday Night Raw. And SmackDown's picking up the tag team of Heath Slater and Rhyno. Quite an underrated tag team in my opinion. We'll see what they can do on the blue brand. And the red brand picks up Titus O'Neil. And we're going to see who SmackDown picks up next. Who's it going to be? Sin Cara. Very interesting pick here. And it seems we're going to have Sin Cara in action tonight against the underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn. Sin Cara, always exciting to see in the ring, and we're going to see
from Mexico City,
if he can excite us tonight.
Weighing in at 198 pounds, Cara.
As I said, very exciting superstar. The cruiserweights will be drafted from the cruiserweights from 205 Live. Will be drafted in our next episode in part 3 of our draft. But Sin Cara, not a part of 205 Live, on the main roster initially, so we're going to see what Sin Cara can do on the blue brand. Sami Zayn really firing with the first shot, and a massive flatliner there, it seems. Sami Zayn just stomping away now, and starting to feel the crowd here. Hear those chants of Ole from the crowd, and Sin Cara fighting back with a big shot. As I said on Raw, we had a pin there, but unfortunately, Sami Zayn was too close to the ropes. As I said on Monday Night Raw, this is not week 1 of our year here with Universe Mode, but these superstars are definitely going to want to make an impact early on. It's a big opportunity to get a chance to perform here on the draft and really show the general managers what they're capable of. We saw on Monday Night Raw the likes of Daniel Bryan coming out and showing what he could do for the red brand, and a massive backbreaker there by Sami Zayn, really putting to Sin Cara. We saw what Daniel Bryan was able to do on the red brand. Also the likes of Authors of Pain really making a statement there early on, and a nice big drop kick there by Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn with a great running elbow to the corner. This match has really been all about Sami Zayn so far. We've seen Sami go for this. What's he going? Leaping up to the top and crossbody to Sin Cara. Look at that. Great body control, being so close to the turnbuckle with Sin Cara, and Sami Zayn was still able to connect with that crossbody. And Sin Cara now trying to get some offense going in a big suplex. Big suplex by Sin Cara, and Sin Cara. Perhaps not as much body control as Sami Zayn there. Sin Cara is a bit notorious for a couple of misses here and there, and a blue thunder bomb by Sami Zayn, and that that mistake may come to haunt Sin Cara. Sami Zayn now trying to force Sin Cara into the corner, possibly going for that haluva kick, but Sin Cara now trying to get some steam back. Trying to once again wear down on Sami Zayn, really ground the underdog from the underground. As I said, the superstars really want to make an impact early on, and not a great performance by Sin Cara thus far. Let's see if he can bring it back. And just big right punches from Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn running for it, and haluva kick. That has got to be it. Great ring awareness by Sami Zayn, bringing Sin Cara to the middle of the ring before going for the cover. But I gotta say, that's gotta be it. 1, 2, 3. And Sami Zayn coming through with the victory. Great showing here by possibly a new Sami Zayn. Especially if maybe the likes of Kevin Owens is not drafted to Smackdown. Who knows? We could see a new Sami Zayn, not
Here is
one
your winner,
that's more akin to his actions back on NXT. We can see Sami Zayn really feeding off the crowd, and he's definitely looking pleased with himself here. But it's time for some more draft picks. Who is SmackDown picking up next? Apollo Crews. We've seen Titus O'Neil be drafted to Raw. Apollo Crews on SmackDown. Titus Worldwide has been disbanded. We're going to see if those two superstars are able to come through. Good performances, and another NXT call-up. Big one to Raw. Raw really coming through with these NXT picks. Andrade Cien Almas, former NXT champion. Incredible pick, if I do say so myself. Speaking of incredible picks, the tag team division on SmackDown looking stacked with the Usos. And as far as I'm aware, that means all of Rusev Day is now on Raw, Aiden English going to the red brand. And now SmackDown coming with another pick. Sanity. SmackDown firing back with their own NXT call-up pick. And it seems we're going to see them in action here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I would say you're in for a treat, but I don't think that's really accurate. You're in for a bit of a nightmare with Sanity, and I feel sorry for Heath Slater and Rhyno. As I said, an underrated tag team, but underrated versus unpredictable. Eric Young, Killian Dane, and Alexander Wolf. Just look at these three just forces. Eric Young in the middle, Killian Dane on your left, and Alexander Wolf on your right.
Accompanied by Alexander Wolf at a combined weight of 554 pounds, Eric Young and Killian Dane. Sanity!
As you heard there from Jojo, it seems that Killian Dane and Eric Young will be going head to head with Slater and Rhyno. But each of these three men are just, they fulfill such a unique role in this, I'd say, but truly unique tag team of Sanity. Eric Young, the unpredictable mastermind, Killian Dane, the absolute monstrous force, and Alexander Wolf. Speaking of unpredictable, unfortunately we're not getting to see him in action here tonight, but we'll definitely feel his presence on the outside as he's accompanied his tag team brethren, former NXT tag team champions. Incredibly destructive presence back on NXT, and I'm sure they're going to want to wreak havoc on SmackDown. And to be honest, I don't want to tell them that they can't. Look at Alexander Wolf. I gotta say, I don't know if I want to be Slater and Rhyno here. Of course, Rhyno, a legend in his own right. Slater got his kids to fight for. Alexander Wolf just staring down Heath Slater. I don't think that's the way to start this match, Slater, as Eric Young with a massive right there and just wailing down on Slater. Big right hand. The former Smackdown Tag Team Champions are no slouches, as I said. Definitely an underrated tag team in recent memory. Big belly-to-belly suplex of the leader of Sanity. Eric Young now going for Irish whip there. Eric Young looking a bit perturbed there. Heath Slater bumping into him, going for a massive rolling neck breaker there. Definitely a bit irritated with Heath Slater. Slamming Slater right into the turnbuckle, and here comes the beast from Belfast, Killian Dane. Huge double team back body drop by Sanity, and look at this monstrous man just stopping Slater in his tracks. Slater trying to maybe even the odds, bring in the bigger Rhyno. Rhyno, of course, definitely a force to be reckoned with. But look at the strength of Killian Dane, just walking and slamming Heath Slater to the mat, just like he's a cruiserweight. Slater's not a small guy by any stretch of the imagination. And look at Killian Dane just wrenching on the neck of Slater. Once again, just torquing the neck. That is not the way one's supposed to bend. Slater trying to gain some support from the crowd. You can feel him. You can feel it. He's starting to buzz a bit. He's starting to get a bit of momentum, and just a huge uppercut. I'm surprised Slater's still standing, and just a massive bicycle kick, almost broad kick. And look at the strength. Oh, and Slater able to reverse. Slater running quickly to his partner. What's Slater doing? Slater going to the top rope, and that was a big mistake by Heath Slater. Definitely not something you want to do. You don't want to make mistakes when you're in here with the beast from Belfast. And speaking of beasts, the man beast Rhyno is in, just staring down at Killian Dane. Rhyno building up some momentum there, trying to get the stampede going, and Killian Dane just a bit too strong for Rhyno. Slammed into the mat. What's Killian Dane got planned here? And just a big delayed suplex, and Rhyno is a large man, but to be able to just hoist him up like he's nothing. And a big deal there once again to the huge superstar Rhyno. Big right hook there, big right overarm strikes by Killian Dane. Another nice uppercut. The thing with Killian Dane, he's not just a strong presence, and look at him just dragging Rhyno around. Not just a strong presence, but an excellent talent as well in the ring. Watch this. This man's over 300 pounds. He should not be able to move like that. And a massive Vader bomb there, it seems, by Killian Dane. Just admiring his handiwork. And just taking Rhyno to the mat. Now bringing the leader into the ring once again. Slater and Rhyno have not been able to get some momentum going in this match at all. Big double shoulder tackles there by Sanity. Eric Young now bringing some strikes into this. Big inverted atomic drop to Rhyno. Sanity really admiring their work. You see Alexander Wolf on the outside, as unpredictable as they come. Possibly playing a bit of a mind games factor in this match, knowing that these two twisted individuals, and Eric Young and Killian Dane, but on the outside there's also Alexander Wolf, and that's not where you want to be, Rhyno. You don't want to be on the outside when you have Alexander Wolf waiting. But Eric Young just toying with Rhyno now, waiting for him to come back inside. And just a spear to Heath Slater. Slater looking out for Rhyno, seeing if his friend was injured. Got a spear for his troubles. Rhyno finally makes it back into the ring. And it doesn't matter, just a massive strike and a big side Russian leg sweep there. The leader of Sanity. And look at Eric Young, got to be a Death Valley driver. That has got to be it. But it seems Eric Young is not done. He wants to keep toying with this team. This is over. You don't need to keep doing this. Look at him. Walking Rhyno over. Staring down at Heath Slater as he does so. And Rhyno trying to get some momentum, trying to get back into this match. Look at Rhyno go. Rhyno with the snake eyes. Rhyno definitely going to want to get a tag into his partner Slater. Heath Slater is, well, he was on the apron. There he is on the apron again. Slater now hoping to capitalize on the work done by the weakened Rhyno. But unfortunately, Eric Young just got to his feet too soon. And a nice big belly-to-belly suplex. This is probably one of the most terrifying things about Sanity. Not just their unpredictable nature, but the fact that they're just great performers as well. Very, very technically sound. Killian Dane back in the ring now. You can see Rhyno not looking 100% on the apron after taking that Death Valley driver by Eric Young. What's Killian Dane got planned now? I think this is it. Like, look at the Heath Slater's barely able to keep himself standing. And big delayed suplex there to Heath Slater. Ref's got to call the ball on this. Look at Heath Slater's not even able to stand up straight, and it's just a takedown. And now Killian Dane looking at it. Rhyno and a big right hook to Rhyno. Massive right hook to Rhyno. What's Killian Dane got planned here? Killian Dane, massive 300-pound slam onto the mat. Finally going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. They could have gone for that ages ago, but Sanity wanted to send a message to the Smackdown tag team division. Of course, we have great tag teams here. The likes of the Usos, for one, definitely have to be looking out with apprehension. Former Smackdown tag team champions or not, Sanity is coming for chaos. Massive slam there you saw.
Here are your winners, Eric Young and Killian Dane. Sanity!
But after that chaos, let's go back to another draft here. The Red Brand, who they're picking up. Speaking of chaos and destruction, the Bludgeon Brothers. Moving over to Raw. SmackDown is the other tag team SmackDown with other tag team champions now. And the Good Brothers added to the SmackDown tag division. SmackDown tag team division definitely looking stacked, although to be honest, so is the Red Brands with the former SmackDown tag team champions, the Bludgeon Brothers. And wow, Raw just picking up monstrous forces in this part of the draft with the Big Red Machine Kane. Who's SmackDown gonna match that with? Carmella, of course, with the big new superstar shakeup and draft. All the former Money in the Banks that had not been cashed in have been vacated, so unfortunately Carmella no longer missed Money in the Bank. And another great female division pick when the Bella Twins, Nikki and Brie, of course, no longer part-timers. As I said, part-timer contracts have been cancelled. And SmackDown picks up another great female superstar, former SmackDown champion, SmackDown Women's Champion, Naomi. And it seems we're going to feel the glow here tonight, as the former SmackDown Women's Champion is going to show us exactly why she was drafted to SmackDown Live.
Making her way to the ring from Orlando, Florida, Naomi.
You can be sure that Naomi wants to make a big impact here. Of course, coming off the heels of that massive, firstly she won a massive SmackDown Women's Championship match at WrestleMania between Charlotte and Asuka. There's got to be a whole lot of women hungry to get back into the title picture, and Naomi's definitely one of them, coming off of her own victory on the WrestleMania pre-show, where she won the Women's Battle Royale. And a win tonight could definitely put her in good stead towards a SmackDown Women's Championship contention. But who's her opponent going to be? I guess we'll have to find out. There's going to be a couple more draft picks before that moment. But Naomi is out here and she is ready to compete. Who's Raw going to pick up now? Who's going to be for the red brand? Samoa Joe. I can't tell who's got the better brand, to be honest. We got some monstrous forces over on Raw. That's for sure. And Shinsuke Nakamura on Smackdown. After his heinous act against AJ Styles at WrestleMania following his defeat, we're going to see what Shinsuke Nakamura is going to do on the blue brand. And the Bar, former Raw Tag Team Champions, Sheamus and Cesaro staying on Raw. Now who's SmackDown picking up? Mickie James, former multi-time women's champion, definitely going to want to make an impact here on SmackDown. And it's going to be Naomi taking on Mickie James, future Hall of Famer in her own right, 100% up there in the conversation with the likes of Trish Stratus and Lita.
From Richmond,
hasn't
Virginia,
really been able to get
Mickie James.
I guess the opportunity she deserves as a competitor of her history, of her caliber over on Raw. We're going to see if SmackDown's going to be any different. Of course, her BFF Alexa Bliss has also been drafted to SmackDown, so they might have their alliance still, but anything can happen. These changes, we've seen a bit of a different Sami Zayn, one more akin to pleasing the crowd with a great performance earlier on today. So we're going to see if Mickie James has also changed. One thing's for sure that's not going to change is how great a performer she is in the ring. And we have one hell of a match here for you guys tonight. Mickie James taking on Naomi, both former women's champions. They're going to square off in the ring. Mickie James showing off a little bit there. So is Naomi, but Mickie James not having any of that with a massive right to the former SmackDown Women's Champion, Naomi. Really trying to wear down Naomi early on in this match. You can see the way her arm is bent back. That is not the way the arm is supposed to be bending. Really, really wrenching the arm of Naomi. Not giving her any reprieve here early on in this match. Especially early on in the match, you want to be building momentum. You want to be building up speed and really grounding Naomi like this. Naomi a bit more of an acrobatic, bit more of an athletic superstar. Grounding her is definitely a good way to start things off in a massive hip toss by Naomi. Trying to get some momentum back. You can see a bit of damage already done to that arm. So she'll use her legs instead. Great, nice high kick there by Naomi. Great trip there. Going for the Irish whip there, and a massive drop kick. Naomi really taking it to Mickie James here early on in this match. And a nice corner drop kick. Naomi's such an athletic performer. Going for the cover now. First cover of the match. One. And a kick out of one only. It's going to take, as much as Naomi's a great athletic performer, it's going to take more than that to keep the former multi-time women's champion, former Hall of Famer for sure, Mickie James down. But this might do it. Really talking on the arms there of Mickie James, not holding back, is Naomi. You can see Mickie James trying to fight, trying to struggle out. Naomi trying to hold onto the arms there. Decides to let her go. Decides to let Mickie James go and tries to go for another drop kick, but Mickie James able to reverse it, able to hop out of the way, went to the wall a bit too many times maybe, and a massive flapjack. Great offense here by Mickie James. Incredible offense by Mickie James, if I do say so myself, and another massive flapjack. Really winding Naomi. As I said, Naomi, an incredibly athletic performer. If you wind her, if you slow her down, keep her grounded, you really take a large portion of her offense. Speaking of Naomi offense, massive, almost shades of Trish Stratus there, a bit of a Stratusfaction type maneuver. Great bulldog off the top rope. 1, 2. Oh, and there's the veteran performance there. Obviously, that was a massive maneuver. Possibly could have kept Mickie James down for the 3, but she was able to wiggle her way over to the bottom rope and grab it. Great ring awareness by the veteran Mickie James. A great takedown there by Mickie once again. And Naomi going for those high kicks. Go for those high kicks. We've had a great night tonight so far, and it's not over yet. We still have a couple more draft picks as well as the reveal of our Smackdown general manager. Of course, Y2J having a lot to say about Raw versus Smackdown, saying that Smackdown's going to try and keep their head above water. And speaking of keeping their head above water, Mickie James now taking Naomi down. Naomi trying to keep her head above water here as Mickie James with a great bit of offense. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out at 2. Mickie James starting to get fired up a little bit here. You saw that great head scissors takedown. That's what Mickie James is all about, but Mickie James, unfortunately, not able to come right with that strike. And now Naomi, once again, going for, we saw it almost work the last time. Great bulldog, almost worked the last time there, but she's a bit too close to the ropes. Maybe not going to try to go for that pinning attempt once again. What's Naomi got planned here? What is this? Massive DDT. That has got to be it. Did you see the impact of that? 1, 2. Mickie James kicks out. I thought for sure that was 3. 2.9 maybe. Must have been. Must have been. I don't know how Mickie James has the fortitude to kick out here. Really showing us why she's a former women's champion. How is Mickie James trying to... How has she still got her wits about her after that massive collision? Trying to go back, like I said, trying to ground Naomi, trying to ground her, keep her low, so she's not able to go for moves like the one she did there with that. I mean, did you see that DDT? Just such innovation and creativity, if we're being honest. And a nice hip toss once again by Naomi. Managing to get... Whoa, what's Naomi got planned here? What's Naomi got planned here? Mickie James been able to stand, obviously, the effects of that. But Mickie James able to strike back, but you see the effects of that DDT really weighing on Mickie James. And Naomi with a nice super kick to the gut. Oh, what's this? Big DDT, really focusing in on the head of Mickie James. This is not looking good for Mickie. This is not looking good for Mickie. But Naomi feeling it. She's feeling the glow. She is definitely feeling the glow, and she's just waiting for Mickie to get back to her feet. Could we start to see it? Could we be seeing it soon? Is it going to happen? Rear view. Rear view by Naomi, former Smackdown Women's Champion, but she's not done. What we got planned here? Are we going to see? We haven't seen it in a while. Feel the glow. Can she get it locked in? She can. Mickie James is really feeling the glow here. Is that going to be it? This is going to be it. She is fighting. She is fighting, but looks like too much damage. She's not able to move, and that's going to be it. Mickie James taps out to the former Smackdown Women's Champion, Naomi, and you can be sure that Charlotte, our Smackdown Women's Champion, is definitely looking on at this performance. Who, of course, Charlotte managed to tap Asuka out at WrestleMania with the figure 8. And with Naomi here showing the proficiency of her Feel the Glow. Rings of Saturn almost type
Here is your
maneuver.
winner, Naomi.
You'll be sure that Charlotte Flair is going to be watching. Back to the draft. Who's Raw picking up next? No Way Jose, another NXT call-up. We'll see how he's going to do. If he's going to dance his way to success on the red brand. And speaking of NXT call-ups, great Australian superstars from NXT, the Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, added to the SmackDown Women's division. And Raw picking up the legendary Viper, Randy Orton. Great pick by Raw, definitely, without a doubt. SmackDown picking up Kurt Hawkins. Let's see what Kurt Hawkins is able to do here on the blue brand. And Raw getting another very underrated tag team in Breezango, Tyler Breeze and Fandango. Great performances, each of them. And speaking of a great performer, maybe not one of the youngsters, but Shelton Benjamin, a great legend in his own right. And here he comes. former multi-time Intercontinental Champion, multi-time United States Champion.
South Carolina, weighing in at 248 pounds,
Shelton
Benjamin.
Has not had too much success since returning, but he's looking to have some success here on the blue brand where he was previously. Of course, got his eye on the various championship pictures. That's why he came back. He came back for gold, formerly known as the Gold Standard, to be honest. Not much has changed. I still view him as the Gold Standard here. Great suplex machine in his own right. And Kurt Hawkins possibly hoping to pick up his first win here on SmackDown against Shelton Benjamin, but Benjamin's not having that. He's not going to be the one to lose here. And like I said, suplex machine with a great Northern Light suplex there by the former champion, Shelton Benjamin. Shelton going for a nice, neck breaker there by Shelton Benjamin. Excellent athleticism here. Shown by the Gold Standard. Big backbreaker. Of course, Shelton Benjamin, former tag team champion as well. Back during the Ruthless Aggression era. It's part of Team Angle. Just showing with the endorsement of the former Olympian Kurt Angle, you know that Shelton Benjamin has got the chops to make it on SmackDown if given the right motivation and the right opportunity. But you see that massive spear there and going to the outside, and it's just a knee drop onto the lower leg of Kurt Hawkins. And you see the athleticism of Shelton Benjamin just standing right back up, and just look at the aggression of Shelton here. Taking it to Kurt Hawkins on the outside. Kurt has not been able to get into this match at all. Really struggling to get into this match is Kurt Hawkins. You see Shelton Benjamin now dragging Kurt Hawkins into the ring. Just a massive elbow to the forehead. Shelton going once again to the top rope. What's he got planned? Urging Kurt to his feet. And just a massive, look at that clothesline. Look at the force Shelton Benjamin got from that clothesline. And just a super kick. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you hear that? And Shelton Benjamin just playing to the crowd, knowing Kurt Hawkins is really struggling here to get any form of momentum. Really struggling to get any form of momentum, and a big belly to back suplex, once again targeting the neck and shoulders. Shelton calling for it. What's he going to be going for? Are we going to see it here tonight? Pay dirt! Look at this. Look at the impact. Look at the speed at which Shelton Benjamin connects that leaping DDT he calls pay dirt. And look at him just admiring his work now. Not even going for the cover yet. This is a man that loves what he does. And what he does, 2, 3, is win. Shelton Benjamin looking very impressive here tonight. Of course, we saw this, the massive super kick. We heard the massive super kick.
Here is your winner,
after following with the pay dirt.
Benjamin.
Shelton just admiring what he's done here tonight. This is his show. He said in the back numerous occasions before that, oh, what's he got planned now? What's he got planned for Kurt Hawkins? I don't think, is he bringing him up, bringing back into the ring? Oh no, Shelton, the match is over. The match is over. But Shelton's not done. Perhaps he views that Kurt Hawkins is not enough of a challenge for him. Deciding to take his frustrations out on a massive super kick once again, echoing through the arena. Possibly wanted to take his frustrations out for not being given the opportunities he feels he deserves. He's taking out those frustrations here on Kurt Hawkins. But this is a new SmackDown. Maybe he'll receive those opportunities here. He's going to go for pay dirt. that is it. Shelton showing what he's all about, and it's about aggression for the gold standard. And Raw picking up former NXT champion Bo Dallas. New Smackdown gotcha. We're running towards the end of the picks here. Smackdown with woo Zack Ryder, very underutilized superstar for sure. We're gonna see what he can do on the blue brand. And Raw picking up straight fire Becky Lynch. The Raw Women's division is definitely stacked in of itself. I'd say both divisions, both brands are looking incredible, if I do say so myself. And here he comes. Kevin Owens is on SmackDown. Oh, he's outside the GM's office here. He thinks he deserves a shot at the WWE Championship. And the GM is Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is the general manager of SmackDown. And we see next week the main event's going to be Kevin Owens vs. Sami Zayn. Definitely going to have some WWE Championship consequences. And that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll see you on Monday Night Raw.